Take a deep breath in. As you breathe in a resourceful feeling of relaxation. And as you exhale, just allow any feelings of worry, stress or tension to feel like it's leaving your body in your outward breath. Breathing in and breathing out. And when it's safe to do so, just allow your eyelids to close. And as they close, feel a wave of relaxation pass from the tip of your head, down your face, all the way down to the tip of your toes. And it feels good to just slow that breathing down. And the slower you breathe, the deeper you breathe. The deeper you breathe, the deeper relaxed you become, feeling deeper and deeper relaxed. I want you to use the power of your imagination to remember one time in your life that you were climbing. Maybe a mountain, maybe a hill. And I want you to get a sense that while you were climbing, it wasn't easy. Maybe it was strenuous. Maybe you had to catch your breath or pause every now and then. But you were focused on getting somewhere. And the vision of where you wanted to get to meant that you unlocked the resources to do what was necessary to make that climb. You already know that many of the things you do in life aren't easy. In fact, if they were too easy, you wouldn't even desire them. Sometimes it's the challenge, the puzzle to solve, that makes it more interesting. So I want you to imagine that you get to the destination of your climb, top of a mountain, top of a hill. And the moment you get there, you realize it wasn't as hard as you thought it was going to be. But once you're there, it's easier to make the descent. I want you to use the power of your imagination to imagine that you are now walking down the hill or the mountain. Feels effortless. And maybe you can imagine that the top of that hill or mountain represents your conscious mind, and that you are taking a slow and steady descent into your subconscious mind. And as you walk down, slowly and steadily, feel tension leaving your body. I want you to get a sense that it's almost like you're floating all the way back down again. So effortless. And I want you to imagine that the descent down from this climb takes you to a paradise beach. White sands, crystal clear waters. And I want you to imagine you've made your descent down from the hill or the mountain down to that paradise beach. Your clothes have changed, perhaps from hiking clothes to beach clothes. Feeling the sun on your skin, gentle sea breeze, and a wonderful feeling of deep relaxation. And I want you to feel what it would feel like if a lock was being unlocked deep in your subconscious mind to unlock powerful resources where change can take place. I want you to imagine there is something that catches your eye in those crystal clear waters. Maybe it's a small fish. Maybe it's something else, but I want you to stare where the beach meets the water, staring into the water, seeing the reflection of the sun ripple off the surface of the water, but looking through the surface in the water where something catches your eye. And as you focus on that thing, breathe in and breathe out and feel that you're going deeper and deeper relaxed. So deeply relaxed that you can't keep your eyes off that thing that moves in the sea. And maybe it's going around in a circle and your eyes are fixated. So allow that busy part of your mind to just focus on that movement in the water. Keep it looking at that and allow an analytical part of you to walk further on the beach where you can see a complex puzzle. Imagine there's a table and chair and a complex puzzle on top of the table. But this isn't a puzzle that's easy to solve. Much like life, challenges can seem like a complex puzzle, and allow that analytical, overactive, overthinking part of your mind to focus on this complex puzzle. And maybe it's a picture puzzle with 1,000 pieces, or maybe it's a mechanical puzzle that needs things to be linked together. Allow your imagination to decide what puzzle is there to be solved. And there is another part to you, a part that wants a slim and slender future. So allow that conscious part to look into the water and allow the analytical part to solve the puzzle. And then allow the part that wants that slim, slender future to continue walking down the beach, listening to the sound of my voice. And I want you to imagine there is a floating bed on the water. There are no big waves, it's slow and steady. And imagine climbing onto that floating bed, the part that wants change. And imagine your head on a pillow, your body on a mattress, and you can feel the gentle rocking of your body on the seawater, where your subconscious mind is open to new ways of thinking. And for a while you've been thinking about the puzzle of how to lose weight. Logically, you know that certain things are needed. Logically, you know that your body needs to be in a calorie deficit, that there is a science to energy, the laws of thermodynamics. Energy can't be created or destroyed, it simply is transferred. And if you accept that body fat is energy, it can't simply disappear and it can't simply be created. So certain foods can be transferred into one energy into a new energy. And it works the other way around. Movement is energy. Breathing is energy. So as you reduce the amount of calories you consume, your body is required to convert that stored energy, the energy there in your body fat, into things like sound and movement. Living, breathing, sleeping, it all requires energy. But when a game isn't winnable, nobody wants to play. So let's make this game, this puzzle, winnable for you. I want you to imagine what it would be like to think of a number of calories that would, if you were to consistently consume that amount, leave your body in a calorie deficit. And maybe that number is 1,000 calories. The average man needs 2,500 calories a day and the average woman needs 2,000. And perhaps more if they're very active to just maintain their existing body weight. So imagine having perhaps half of what you need. And maybe it's 1,000 calories, which is a number that comes to mind. And I want you to imagine that this is now a target, an intention. Perhaps you can imagine an archery target where 1,000 calories is the bullseye. This is an intention, a target to aim for, not a rule. Sometimes you can aim for the target and miss. But whenever you aim for the target and hit the bullseye, doesn't it feel good to hit something you're aiming for? And perhaps it feels like sacrificing too much to have 1,000 calories every single day. So imagine in a week, on 5 of the days, the target is 1,000. And on 2 of the days that you get to choose, the target is 2,000. I want you to get a sense that this feels like a winnable game. Even on a day where you aren't that active, you would still be training your body to burn fat. Now, of course, there is different quality of calories. If you had that 1,000 calories filled with processed food, no nutrients, no fiber, you would be training your body to desire more of that food. Training your body to have cravings and a hunger for refined carbohydrates and sugar. But imagine how it would feel for that target of 1,000 calories each day if it came from delicious, nutritious vegetables, natural, healthy plants, sources of protein that rejuvenate and regenerate your body. And there are certain foods that you already find delicious. And maybe there's vegetables that come to mind that, when they're prepared in just the right way, maybe grilled or boiled, maybe steamed or turned into a soup that just is so appealing to you anyway. You can enjoy that delicious food full of fiber and water and nutrients and minerals and vitamins, and train your body that it has plenty of energy stored elsewhere in body fat. And perhaps in addition to this target of 1,000 calories 5 days a week, there's another goal, a certain number of steps or activity that again isn't a rule but a target to aim for each and every day. And I want you to imagine that some days you'll hit the target, some days you won't. But every day you hit the target, you will feel wonderful. You will feel like you're making progress, like you're climbing that hill, that mountain. I want you to get a sense that on some days, you will hit 2 targets, like 2 bullseyes in a row. Imagine a day where you have 1,000 calories or less, and you do maybe 20,000 steps of activity. On that day, you will know that you are training your body to be lean, slim and slender. And that same evening when you go to bed and to sleep, you will sleep with a smile. You'll be tired, but you will enjoy the tiredness. And you will sleep so well that night, knowing that the gift of discipline, the gift of consistency, is being rewarded with an evolving body shape. A body shape that will give you feelings of pride, accomplishment, confidence and self-esteem. I want you to open your mind to powerful ideas about what it means to change. There are certain things that change is instant, and there are other things that require effort and consistency. I want you to think hundreds of years ago, the toughest metal was the iron that was forged under the watchful eye of a blacksmith. But it was that heat and the pressure, the molding, the shaping of the metal that made it stronger than it ever was before. And what if by having these consistent intentions, targets, these bullseyes to aim for, that you emerge stronger and more resilient than ever before? You are in control of your choices. As time goes on, it becomes effortless to consume just 1,000 calories a day, 5 days a week, and 2,000 calories a day, 2 days a week. This feels winnable to you. And every time you do that, you will feel a deep sense of pride and accomplishment. And when you think of your food, think of a plate filled with colorful, fiber-rich vegetables, with healthy proteins, satisfying your body's nutritional needs. And even if you're hungry, there will be no desire to eat quickly. The desire is to eat slowly, savoring each bite, and truly listening to your body's hunger cues. An activity doesn't have to be steps, but it could be. Imagine taking 20,000 confident steps each day, effortlessly reaching your daily activity target. Some days those steps will come from walking, some days running, and some days taking an exercise class or just having a busy day. Recognize that each meal you choose can either align with your goals or take you away from your goals. The meals that align with your goals will nourish your body and enhance your well-being. Scan your body for where you feel motivation and feel it grow and amplify. Feel the surge of motivation within you, driving you to make mindful choices and prioritize your health and your vision for the future. Acknowledge the deep sense of pride and fulfillment that comes with hitting the bullseye. Whether it's activity or calories, it feels good to hit a target. An Olympian hitting the bullseye again and again wins the gold medal. So see yourself as a champion of your own health, celebrating your progress and achievements along the way. And you can imagine a future where you effortlessly maintain your calorie and activity targets, feeling healthier and more vibrant than ever. And you can't improve your health and well-being, your confidence and self-esteem without it spilling over into other areas of your life. So imagine your career, your friendships, relationships, everything improving. And then you join the dots together. The more often you hit the bullseye, you achieve your intention for the day, the better things happen to be in your life. Feel a sense of discipline and determination growing within you. Some people define discipline as doing what needs to be done whether you feel like it or not. So feel that emotion growing. And notice on the days you hit your bullseye, when you didn't really feel like it, are the ones that have the biggest impact. Because if you can be active, even if it's cold and raining, and if you can hit the calorie target, even if you're hungry and stressed, that is the blacksmith forging strong, resilient iron. And feel that resilience, that discipline growing within you, almost looking for opportunities to become stronger by doing what needs to be done. And imagine this isn't for a few days. The days turn into weeks, the weeks turn into months, and before long, you've transformed. So visualize that future self. See yourself looking proud, energized, and healthy. And things are always more valued when you work for them. You know people that have been given success. They didn't have to work too hard to achieve it, and they never value their accomplishments. But you also know people that had to overcome adversity, difficulties, challenges again and again. They value the life they've created. So imagine that future version of you looking so proud and accomplished because you were consistent, intentional, strategic. You did what was needed to be done. I want you to imagine that floating bed drifts back to the shore. You leave the bed feeling refreshed, energized, with a clear vision of a winnable game. A game where you reduce your calories but increase your nutrition. A game where you become more active. A game where you do this day after day. And then you see a version of you trying to solve a complex puzzle. I want you to imagine stepping into that version of you with that complex puzzle, and then seeing the complex puzzle suddenly simplified as you realize all along the solution to this puzzle is to enjoy the process. So many people want to lose weight to become happy, and you realize the solution is to happily lose weight. That by enjoying the process, the 1,000 or 2,000 calories or the number of steps can be enjoyable, delicious meals, fun activities, and feel like that's the solution to the puzzle. To enjoy the journey as much as the destination, and then walk towards another version of you lost in a trance state, staring into the sea. Step into that version of you and feel that all parts are now integrated, feeling as one, having absolute clarity as to what you're doing, why you're doing it, and what it will give you as you make progress on your journey. Smile as you feel the future is bright and the game is winnable, eager to take immediate action to make progress. And then feel like you're returning to the present as you take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your nose. Wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, feeling like you're now fully integrated into the present. As I now count from 1 to 10 to awaken you. Starting to count. 1, 2, 3, waking up. 4, 5, 6, more alert. 7, 8, open your eyes, open your eyes. 9, 10, wide awake, wide awake, wide awake.